hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si G. Tonji and welcome to Kababayan Today. I'm very excited for today's show because we've got a live show where you guys get to call in and ask your immigration questions. Of course, we've got with us Aquino and Loew.
This American Dream segment is brought to you by Aquino and Loew Law Firm, answering your immigration questions.
Kasama ulit natin dito sa Kababayan Today si Attorney Allison Aquino-Silva at si Attorney Richard Loew. Okay, simulan na natin. Let's talk about the status of the extended DACA and DAPA lawsuit.
Well, as you know, there was an injunction put in place to sort of stop the implementation of the program. What's coming up now is that on April 17th, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals will have oral arguments on whether or not they're going to lift the stay at this point. This is kind of a big deal, and we'll get to see a preview of the thinking of the appellate court, and perhaps we'll have a decision that will allow DAPA and DACA to go forward soon after that.
All right, and let's talk about the H-1B filing period. Allie?
Yes, Jean, right now is the big time for H-1B visas. Every year, immigration has about a 1-week window where H-1B visas can be submitted, and right now the filing window this year is April 1 to April 7. And so any individuals who have applications that they're working on, they need to make sure to communicate with their attorney, make sure that everything is properly in place, things are properly put together, because April 7 is your deadline.
All right, and also I want to remind everybody that's watching now, you can call us live. Unfortunately, we are not live in Hawaii, but that doesn't mean that you can't email us with your questions. We will make sure to address those questions if you email us those questions for our next time that we're going to be doing a live show. Now, Richard, let's talk about the ICE instructions, or as we say, Immigration of Custom and Custom Enforcement. Customs enforcement.
Well, part of what was going on with the injunction of, as I talked about earlier, was whether or not the rest of the executive action would go forward. And ICE has recently said that yes, the implementation of the priorities for removing people will go forward. That is, that they are not going to be removing everybody, just if you are an enforcement priority is what they say. So if you are in removal proceedings, or if you have had a prior removal, this again is maybe the time to sort of think about trying to do something positive for yourself where the enforcement is not so heavy at right now. So you can take a chance, take a risk to do something, because you're not going to find yourself in removal proceedings.
Okay, well, you can call us live right now. The number is there on your screen, 1-800-553-5724. We have our attorneys from Aquino and Loew to answer your questions. Before we get to a call, I want to talk, Allie, about the petitions for registered nurses.
Yes, registered nurses, as you know, there are a lot of Filipinos who come into the United States, are working in the healthcare field, and in particular registered nurses from the Philippines. And so last February, Immigration had issued a memorandum essentially clarifying what type of visas registered nurses are eligible for. And as I had just mentioned, H-1B season right now, and the memo spoke about whether registered nurses are eligible for H-1B visas or not. This memo made it clear that there are certain nurses who are eligible for H-1Bs. However, those are more advanced nurses, nurses in research fields. And so what nurses really need to understand is that the process to come here to the United States is actually more likely going through the green card process itself. And right now, it's really good as a registered nurse, because the waiting list for a registered nurse is really right now only about 6 months.
So that's really good news.
Exactly. And so registered nurses, this is a time hospitals are once again recruiting. Get your resumes out there. There are job offers available.
Wonderful. All right, we have Martha from Los Angeles who's on the phone with us. Martha, nandiyan ka ba?
Andito pa po.
Okay, ano pong tanong ninyo para sa ating mga lawyer?
Itatanong ko lang po kung, kasi I am a recipient of an approved petition by my sister.
Apo?
That was April 2001. Ang tanong ko, kung pwede na akong mag-adjust ng status, o kaya pwede akong mag-apply ng temporary permit to work.
Okay.
Kung pwede na po, kasi ano po, sister yun eh.
Okay,
but
so a sister,
April
it was approved in April of 2001. It was a sister who petitioned her. can she now change her status? Richard?
Well, there's good news and bad news. I think the good news is that she does have a petition that was filed prior to, it sounds like April 30th, 2001, which will eventually make her eligible to adjust her status. But until that time comes, until that priority date is current, there's nothing she can currently do based on that petition to get a work permit. So if she were eligible some other way through perhaps the DAPA program that's coming up, she could. But through that particular petition, until the priority date is current, which is going to be a little bit of time still, because they're working on 91 in that category.
1991.
1991.
So 10 more years.
At least, yes, before she can apply for adjustment of status. Now, if she had some other way to apply for adjustment of status, she could, because she has that as a backup petition, as a 245I qualifier.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you very much for that advice. We also have Sally on the phone. Sally, nandyan ka ba?
Yes, I am here.
Hello, ano po yung tanong ninyo?
Yeah, I just want to ask kasi bali Fianc Visa po ako, magti 3 years na ngayon ang application namin. Kaya lang, as of now, hindi ko pa nakukuha yung mga yung dapat kong makuha. So I asked for my attorney and the follow-up and they said that was pending. So, ano pong ibig sabihin kapag nakapinding yung case, and then what are the things that I have to prepare? Kasi kinakabahan po ako, whatever the result is. Almost 3 years na kaming kinasal.
Okay, so she was applying for a fiancé visa. She hasn't gotten all her requirements in. Her attorney has told her that her case is now pending. So what can she do about that?
Well, I'm not quite certain, and I don't know if the caller can hear me or not, as to whether she's applying for the fiancé visa or whether she had actually already come in as a fiancé and is now in the process of applying for the green card. It would seem as if you're still waiting for the fiancé visa, then you need to do something, because fiancé visas don't take that long. What you might need to do is go ahead, get married, and then move forward with a marriage-based petition. But my presumption is you've probably already entered as a fiancé. You're probably already moving forward with the green card application itself. And again, if it's been 3 years and you've filed the application for the green card, and it doesn't take that long. Here in Los Angeles, it does only take about 6 months before you receive at least an indication of what the status of your application is. If it's more than 6 months, if it's more like 3 years, then immigration may be suspecting that there is something going on with the marriage. Perhaps they're suspecting it's not a real and bona fide marriage, because investigations do take that length of time.
All right. Okay, if you have questions for us, please call us. We're taking your calls live, 1-800-553-5724. We'll be right back here on Kababayan Today.